Welcome back to Workers and Resources. Pardonin is finally set up. We're trying to get our gravel processing started. And we're still trying to get out of the debt, though it is looking much better than before. Let's hope that it stays that way. In our starting town in Rovodima, everything appears to be fine. The only task that is happening here right now is fuel refinement. And hopefully not overdoing it with the pollution. We did reduce the productivity of the clothing factory by a lot. Only a quarter productivity maximum right now is allowed. And the rest can go into the oil refinery. So yeah, I think this episode we are going to set up the gravel processing, unless something goes wrong. Like the heating plant not working anymore, and everyone dying. Those are possibilities that could happen. I will also have to upgrade this road to at least gravel. Gravel would be sufficient for the industrial area, just to make it so when it rains that nothing is slowed down too dramatically. And yeah, I think a parking lot solution here is also going to be in order. And I think 2 large parking lots will be sufficient to handle this. I shouldn't need to worry about traffic, but I really should. I mean, this area has 30 workers here, 30 workers here, and that's it. They will all drive along this road, then depending on how we route them, I guess I would make a road here, and this would be the path on the way back. Yeah. Could have the parking lots here. Oh well, right now it's working, so we are going to find out how we are working through winter. Anyone we are bringing to town now via our passenger trains are just gonna go onto the tram stop network, and then they're pretty much walking into town and either finding a job to work or not doing anything at all. We will increase the police force since we had some unexamined criminal cases. And the last thing we want to do is, well, for now at least, hook up this kindergarten here so we can get rid of the dirt road on that side. We did start importing more trams. One of them got delivered. The other one, I guess we are going to send now because I didn't remove the road depot command, so the truck was waiting inside the road depot, which is fine. Yeah, I think we are fine money-wise now. The loan shall be repaid in due time. Was kind of a stressful construction job all the way over there. Way too far away to set up. And also a little bit clumsy. I don't have a secret police over there yet. Hopefully the TV broadcast reaches all the way over there and increases loyalty in that area rather soon. Don't want to have to rely on statues or other buildings in that area. At least not too much. I did drop down one statue. Yeah. Now people can go wherever they want to. We did empty out one building completely to move them towards Padonin, relocating them. But it should grow back here, I believe. Me understanding the workers to not go to the bus platform anymore could reduce the amount of workers inside the oil refinery. But I think it's still going to be a lot of workers regardless, since we don't have a lot of other workplaces. And that one might run at 5 instead of 15. I guess we'll leave it at 15. Make sure that we have enough electronic components. Electronics, I mean. It might also be time to set up the bypass road here with the parking lots. This area might be ripe for that. So they walk into here into a parking lot area and then go out into the counterclockwise loop. Guess I could start drawing it out with like dirt roads. So this would be a bridge to cross above that. I think we'll leave that side be. It's basically connecting up to here. It's gonna be fine. And then we need a connection from this road, which can be theoretically all the way here after this bridge, or even earlier. We could draw the traffic from the gas station, so it doesn't have to re-merge into a single lane. But no, it's fine. The traffic over here is okay. We're just gonna move it from here. And then we have to find out how far we can go. I said about 350 meters would be fine from that intersection. Let's say 400. 425. With that road. And then another one here. So that would be the circle where we will hook up our bridge. I think the whole loop will be bridged along here. I think it's going to be a fully bridged endeavor. And then I guess we will have a problem with... No, it can't be fully bridged. Because I can't drop down traffic when it's up in the air. So we will have to plan out a different strategy. It's the one with the large pillar underneath. Now, a thing I could use is siding, so where I basically make an exit and an entrance, and I do all my traffic shenanigans over there into the parking lot area. We'll reduce the speed on that one, so they prefer the outer one if they just want to drive past here, I think. And then we have to figure out a way how to get them in and out of this mess. I think it'll just be left-hand turn exits and left-hand turn entrances. Unless I want to move them completely counterclockwise, I'll have to deal with that. That they might get in each other's way a little bit when remerging here. And we are going to use the medium parking lots and assign them according to the grid. And I do want them to line up like this towards the town, so there's one road here and here facing into the town where they can walk along. And I think it might be best that way. We might remove that one, because I have an idea. So what I had in mind was the road coming in here, and then looping around these parking lots here. Maybe a little bit shorter. And then we have the exit in here. If they can hook up to this. Which I don't know if they can. Might be too narrow. Might have to make this wider. So this road would not exist. This would be the feeding road for the parking lots, and this would be the exit. Or the opposite way, that'd be the feeding road and that one would be the exit. But I think the exit being short and onto the road would be ideal. Since that's the way we need to keep short. I don't know if I need the feeder road in that way anyway. I don't think that's necessary. I thought about that with like bridges in mind, but if we just use that concept, then this might be sufficient. I would be a very nice concentration of parking lots that we could fit in here. Did I set up the police station? I did. We could use some police cars. 3 of them. Then you can deal with crime in this area, which you couldn't until now. But yeah, I kind of want to hook up these, but this is too short. It might work if I do this. And then place the other one back down. Now it doesn't like the corner piece over there, but we can remove that. Yeah, that's what we have to do. Okay. We'll remove one side. And hook up the parking lots completely first on the other one. Let's remove these roads again. And that one. That one we can't place yet because it would prevent the last parking lot from not hooking up, but now we can hook these up. I should probably wait, unless I want a lot of construction tasks, and upgrade these roads first and then hook up all these. So we're going to build one side of the parking lots first. I just needed to make sure that it actually works. So they would come in here, drive into this road, drive around, and it would be a dead end. I guess we could have more parking lots over here. No, shouldn't do that. We only have one exit road per parking area. So we'll hook those up. Into an exit. And that road will be asphalt. Probably even with like sidewalks. It might increase the walking distance a little bit. Doesn't have to be that long. We still need some extra length to make sure that we can hook up the road, and then we can remove that piece at the end. And the other dirt road will hook up after everything is done, and that's going to be a very long string of parking lots. 16 cars per parking lot, I think. So 32, 64, 128. It's not a lot of cars, but you have to double that and then almost double it again. Yeah, we can fit a bunch of parking lots here. Okay. There's probably not going to be any parking in this area, I don't think. And this doesn't feel right. I want to put more parking lots here. Like, what if I had a snaking road? What if I had a road that would snake along to increase the surface area for parking lots instead? And then I still have the middle road, but I could fit more Oh yeah, maybe I can do that. There's nothing here. Let's use the bulldoze tool. So I can try to fit a lot of parking lots on the outside that all hook up into this exit road. And maybe use the area that I have a little bit more than I do currently. How would I do that? So at some point, I guess we would fit them sideways? Yeah, that would work. We could just have one road go by. Yeah, that's perfect. We have one road go past and have strings feed into there, and then the other strings feed out of there, and then we have a lot of parking lots sideways here. Oh, that should work. That might look a little bit more natural also. So we just need to build them like this. That would be a ridiculous dense parking lot area. So this one would probably just fit, like, go out to this road somehow. We would need to set that up. We also need electricity in the area. The parking lots want electricity. I don't know if it's necessary, but it's probably a good idea to have. Any crime? We can cover the whole area, so if there's anything, let me know. So we have a road come in here that then does a sharp turn and just drives along these. We have to leave some room because there are residential buildings here. And then theoretically we could have more parking lots on this side. We'll probably omit one of the parking lots to drop a whatchamacallit, a electric substation in there, and maybe I could redesign the exit to have a gas station. Then I would put a traffic sign here to only allow supply vehicles, and they could bring fuel into this area. Like have a gas station on the exit for cars that really need to refuel after visiting this area, which would reduce the load on these gas stations that cause a few traffic jams. If we can refuel those in the parking lot area, that would be quite nice. Alright. So this one needs to be a road. And theoretically that one would hook up to our existing road here. And then we have a road here that does a turnaround and also joins this. So I guess we have a road just hook up here and here. With this little short piece being a one-way road. Hello Code Monkey. We're making a farm to grow 300 tons of cars per year? Exactly. I felt so dirty last time when I bought 4 buses that are still running that I need to make amendments and build a huge car park. That's what it is. So this would be the parking lot strategy. That should allow me a lot of cars in this area. And there's only one direction to travel. There are still going to be 4-way intersections, but I hope that it's going to be okay because they all travel in one direction. I'm a little bit worried about them merging into the other road. I think this should work. Like, going in here, there's not going to be any traffic jam. They split up. They only split up. Going back out, they have to re-merge with all of the traffic here. But the parking lots can only spew out so many cars at a time. If we don't have a traffic jam in this area, which we shouldn't because it's just going to loop around and back into the highway area right here, then this should be fine. And yeah, I think there will be a gas station on exit, probably on this side, so they can do a right-hand turn into and a right-hand turn out. Although it doesn't really make a difference because it's going to be a one-way road. So this little piece will leave for construction purposes. Then we'll hook all of these up. We are going to have the same issue as before, where I need to leave half of the parking lots away, so I can hook them up and then place the remainder. Oh, I have an idea. I think that's also going to work. So I don't have to delete that many parking lots. I can just delete one here, one here. I guess it comes, I guess it still comes around to the same amount. Why doesn't it allow me to plop down a road here? I guess I have to remove those. I wanted to remove them in a checkered pattern, but it doesn't make a difference. So that will be one side of the equation. We'll probably leave one of them off and put a electric substation in here, maybe here, maybe next to the gas station, somewhere here. It will provide electricity. We can use one wire for probably all parking lot areas. There's maybe going to be one more over here, although it's going to be hard to set up. We might have to relocate this road. If I want to do that, have it come down here and then snake underneath here. I guess, I don't know, we'll see. If I do want to do road reworking, then might as well do that. We'll slowly grow this parking lot area out. It will not be connected to the town in any way, so no one should be able to use it for anything. Except for, as soon as the parking lots come online, they can bring workers here to build, so workers can take their own car to drive to a construction site to try and build it. So it will slowly fill up with traffic. I haven't set up the distance here yet. 425, sorry. Ish. Just a random number. There's also not a lot of stuff over here, so that one might actually be the area that is going to grow with some extra population if we want it. Gives a lot of space for parking areas here. Is this too much on one road? not gonna have any intersections on the main road except for the parking area itself. And there shouldn't be any traffic going around except for those that want to actually go into a parking lot area. We need to cross over here somehow. It's not working that well. I guess it could be... I guess we could make it a little bit more convenient for ourselves. Nope. Need the whole curve. There we go. Alright. So that would be the loop. And then we need parking areas around. Get all of the parking lots out of the town itself. Get them all removed. Depending on how much utilization on these parking lots we have, we might build some more residential buildings in here. They can go shopping, etc. a little bit, but if there's not enough capacity, they should be able to drive to town. Happiness is low, which is concerning. Oh. Pub or tavern. Well, let's get that built. What else? Electronics, we're working on that. We set that up. The rest should be fine. Yeah, I think they're just grumpy from previously. It's just too much. I could have multiples of these, and I could maybe also avoid the four-way junctions here. Have like multiple combs in this area instead of this looping. No, this looping around still makes a lot of sense to remove as much traffic from the area as possible. But I could have multiple roads rejoining, I guess. The gas station would also have a lot of traffic, so that if I have it on the exit like this, it would like be basically blocked from... It would block the exit, potentially. I think we'll just rely on these. They have a lot of capacity. I could have one gas station here, I guess, for traffic that goes back out into the road network. So that gas station definitely not. Is there a way to optimize this? If I squeeze that many cars onto a single lane, these ones would get blocked and these ones would have priority because they move out and they would be on the priority road. There could be too much traffic on one lane. Maybe we should split that up. What I can already get started before I hook anything up is, I guess, the loop itself. That can already get built. That's a bit rough. Let's remove you. You don't need to snap to a line. We can just take you out of here. Just make a junction that way. So that should be enough. Splitting junction, there's not going to be any traffic jam. The real thing that could generate a traffic jam is this road merging back into this area. This siding would get removed, so they would have to go through the traffic light again. But there should be way less traffic coming out of the village. This would basically be the main road. Make that one job. Same for you. Turn that all into one task, thank you. And then that one. And that has the potential to create a lot of traffic issues for building these. So what we will do is we will make the first section shorter, so it gets built quicker. And then after that one is done, they can basically park their construction vehicles in these started roads. So we shouldn't have to wait too long until these traffic issues go away. The bridges can also be constructed. And I think that is how it should be, at least for the road looping around here. For the parking lot area, I'm still thinking yeah, that would be a good walking distance. You still have the potential to walk sideways a good distance until you reach like maximum range. But how am I going to set this up? I think one road might be... One road for all the parking lots to merge into that way is probably too much. You know, sometimes slowing down because the cars moving into this road do have priority before the cars that are already on the straight road. I have to think about that. I have to consider that. We'll get the loop built, we'll consider the parking lot area. I'm unsure right now, but I do want this to get set up and maybe make more use out of Rovodima. Now that our monetarily situation looks quite good, I think it's in our interest to urbanize this area a little bit. That was loud and annoying. We'll think about that. We still have construction projects over here, and they are being pursued. Build everything here. We'll do the road last. Will we do the road last? Sure, it's fine. We also need to do the rail. Our loading platform for gravel is here. That should not be a tough task. Population count seems to be slowly dropping. There's a lot of people that want to visit the pub, which means they're unhappy with something. A statue also needs resources. We'll increase the priority of the statue to boost loyalty. It just needs resource deliveries. The workers are all on site here locally. Doesn't need much. I guess this area could be for the asphalt and concrete plant. If we have the gravel in this area, we might be able to fit that through here somehow to make concrete. And the asphalt plant will also need concrete and bitumen to manufacture the required material for faster construction on this side. I can just hook it up directly to the storage tank. I still have another connection if I need bitumen elsewhere. But all this is just a storage for bitumen, so I can make asphalt here, nothing else. But the aggregate connection is the one that is a little bit concerning. We have a tower here, and then maybe a tower that can squeeze through here. Wide, too much. Can't fit a pillar in between, so I might have to go around here. Do I need gravel on this side? Can I... Wait a minute. I'm currently hooked up in a way where I use both of these for the same thing. I have a connection here where coal and gravel can both go into the storage over the same connections. Why did I do that? What did I do here? I did want coal for concrete making. I don't have any use for coal over here at all. So this whole conveyor belt setup was like a huge mistake. I thought that I had the manufacturing of asphalt and concrete on this side, I guess. But I think this tower does not need to bring anything over here. We only have coal in this area, and it doesn't need to go into this storage. That is just for gravel. Which means we might be able to use the newfound area to transport gravel this way. And then cross over here to have a shared conveyor tower. To supply resources to both. If it lets me. It's still too wide. I did have to move all the way up here to get the conveyor to connect over. Maybe, it's probably also too wide. Maybe if we move this rail apart, move it up here, and then have space for the legs of the conveyor belt to reach down. I don't think we can make this work as easily as I was hoping it to be. There's too many rails in the way. We can cross over 4. The game allows that. So if we move these ones apart a little bit, we might be able to get them to connect over 2, then 4, then another 2. This whole rail line is not really final. I should have left the trains, the rail lines here just to get the spacing proper. Now can we fit a conveyor through here? Oh, first up, can we connect one? I think this is too close to that rail. The rest might work. Depends on where it places its legs. Yeah, that rail is too low down, I think. Too close to that rail. Wow. So that definitely works. We just need the blessing of the engine transfer. Oh. Not what I had in mind, but I guess that could also be a thing. If we remove the rail line from the liquid unloading platform, move that back a bit, then I could use this for conveyor transfers. We have tons of fuel here. Thinking of fitting it through here. Oh god, the sound of the trams is getting on my nerves. Sure, chemicals. I don't believe you. Clicking warnings away and then they come back to haunt you. What's new? Kinda. Shouldn't start too many constructions. Yeah, I don't remember how the whole coal mess got hooked up into the gravel mess. Can't really fit a tower in here anyway, without a road connection. That would be too close to the rail. helicopters could build that without a road connection. I guess that's also not going to work that well, except for crossing the whole area, but no engine transfers in the middle. So this might be our best bet. Really. The fuel tank is in the way. Maybe the asphalt and the concrete plant can be over here instead. So we just need to cross over in this area. And then we have a construction office full of dump trucks that drive directly into those facilities. Then it would be far away from the bitumen tank, but liquid handling is kind of easy. Oh my god, those trams are loud. Slightly getting on my nerves. We'll build all of that. I'll plan the other stuff later. I don't feel like doing that either right now. Money is looking a bit tight again. Let's check the oil refinery. Could be more workers in here. $2,450 workers, plus some here, so 2,500 at least. Plus whatever we have in this area. Don't know, because I disabled the workforce here. While we get the parking lot set up, because I feared that there were a bunch of people trying to drive into town to work in this area, which was kind of ridiculous. Our interest rate down to 9.2, so we're definitely making progress on repaying everything, even if we have to take out more loans. As long as the interest rate is going down, everything is on a good trajectory. Some of these are going to run out soon, reducing the amount we have to pay back per day. But it's still going to take a little bit. I should probably set up parking for this area, and it shouldn't be a dramatic traffic issue thing. The workers for gravel processing also shouldn't be, and then the workers for the construction offices also shouldn't be. It's only the steel mill and the mines that I really have to worry about, I think. That's what I think. Yeah. This will be the access road for the people to park in this area. And then this will be the road to leave. And also to access the heating plant itself. And then the traffic over here can move back that way. And I think those parking lots should be enough. If not, I can hook up 4 more, probably, and hook them up into the same exit road. It will look weird, it's not aligned to any of the other infrastructure. We'll put a forest around it. And hopefully that will be sufficient parking once we move over to removing the vehicle line and switching over to full-on parking. Building is without drinking water. Because that thing hasn't been built yet. But there should be a truck on its way and bringing water here relatively easily. Unless, of course, there's something wrong. We do have water available. It is in range. There's currently no vehicle heading towards here. You still have water in your tank. Is that the reason? It shouldn't be. Anyway, we'll increase the range, maybe that is a problem. It shouldn't be because it was already in range, but since it's dirt roads and all that, who knows. Is there any traffic sign that I plopped down? Water substation. Okay. Driving water here now. I guess that works. We're out of money. Gotta take out another loan to avoid the penalty rate. Let's make it 2 million, sure. Let this get built. Shouldn't take too long. Get the parking area set up. Still need to design the parking area around here, which I guess Rovodema is kind of a practice ground for. So we also want to have a loop around here, with maybe a bridge going across here, acting as a large roundabout, and then ramps going off that to hook up to where we need them to go. In this case, basically only to the main road, so they drive into this area from up here, I guess. And then they drive onto the parking area, and to get back they would drive out of town, not into this area. This is mostly for service vehicles. Just waiting for concrete, then water supply will be finished. That one might be it. No, that's a different one. That should be the one. Now we need to drop one car full of workers here, and we'll have running water into the heating plant for the winter. Yeah, the parking area here is going to be a bit awkward with the hill. I don't want to flatten this, so the road will have to go around here, and then I guess the parking area will be here and here. This road might be obsolete. I don't think I have that on the radar right now. Don't have a construction office in the area, so I can't smoothen that out right now. Have the asphalt and concrete plant maybe here, behind these construction offices. Get a conveyor engine transfer over here. Quadruple line of rail track. This one could already merge into this rail line again. I don't think there's another train station planned. Then jump across here into an engine transfer that hooks up here. And that provides us with a little bit of flexibility in the area. I'll probably will hook it up here so it looks a little bit more even. And I guess we can use this area for rail track again, or we just... Do I even need to have this go out towards the western border? I guess if we want to export gravel for some reason. But then this unloading platform isn't even hooked up the right way. I mean the loading platform. Wouldn't be difficult to make it go the right way though. Or just have a loop here. Drive out, loop around, go that way. Yeah, maybe we're just gonna terminate into here and don't plant anything else for now. Like that. Well then, I guess we're just gonna move the rail back. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Premature mouse cursor release. Do I want anything here? Do I want the steel mill in this area? Not really. The steel mill could be in this area. So we can also get workers from Roveduma traveling here and working in the steel mill if we want to. And we can pick up workers from that platform and drive it into the rail stop, supplying workers to that steel mill as well. I guess I'll leave my options open. That is going to be 6 wide, that is not going to work. I guess I won't leave my options open. Right. We almost deleted too much rail track. There we go, that should fit. Oh no, we still have a coal unloading platform here for now. Yeah, we might get a lot of gravel out of this area. That's going to be okay. So we have maybe a waiting track here, so trains can wait in this area. More than one train. And then 2 on the platform, and then an exit track. Interest rate is still low. Reasonably. Should be much lower, but for what we have it is reasonably low. Statue get built. Residential building has filled up, so that one is completely full now, so people seem to be happy. The pub has not been constructed yet, so let's get that assigned. One person moved into Pardunin, second flat, and is unhappy about that. Get some workers here, I guess. Water switch has been built, and we have running water into the area now. Parking lots are coming online. I still think that there shouldn't be too many traffic issues with the amount of parking lots here, but I might be mistaken. If I am, we'll have to build the parking lots up here. Loop around, build them up here, and leave this area completely free of traffic. But the traffic hauling quarried stone is past these parking lots, so they shouldn't ever interfere with that. At least that's what I'm hoping. That's how I planned it. Pollution is looking much better. This is looking pretty bad for pollution. We can still reduce pollution by decreasing our electricity export. Maybe this siding will still happen, and then I can comp all of the parking lots onto the siding and then merge them all back onto the main road once they have gotten back up to speed. That train depot was on fire earlier. Same train depot, tram depot. Speaking of tram depot, after you extinguish that, I kinda need to tell the truck to move out of the customs house because I forgot to uncheck the wait until fully loaded. So now you're actually bringing the tram here. There we go. Yeah, I could have the asphalt and concrete plant on this side also and just have a road crossing here. There's not going to be a constant stream of trains, and concrete and asphalt are also not super critical resources where they can't wait a little bit on a rail crossing. So I don't need to fuss about moving that on this side, I guess. I'll just fuss about putting that here and hope that it is in range of electricity and a water pump. And then we'll pump the bitumen in. That should be it. We'll pause the construction of this pipe. So we finish this tank first, and then I can set it to bitumen, and then we'll finish the pipe. Otherwise they're also going to pump fuel into that one, and I don't want that. Same with here. Don't warn me, sorry. Only store gravel. So we only want gravel in here. It's not really going to be any one driving resources to that storage. Maybe that's why I hooked it up. Maybe I wanted to unload... Oh, yeah, I probably wanted to unload gravel via train delivery here at the start, but that doesn't work if I have a storage in here that only lets coal through, so we decided on that storage after, and then this connection didn't make any sense anymore. No electricity connection. No substation in this area. This has electricity, these do not. These storages do not. Yeah, we need electricity for those. I'll just drop an electric substation here. And that will also reach the quarries, which will be over there, which I guess means I can drop it here, closer to the quarries. It should have everything in range. And the wire will come from here. With a perfectly planned out electric wire. Then we'll carefully remove some of this wiring again and put in a smooth core. And then we'll remove some more of the wiring that is now underneath the road because it doesn't allow you to build anything there. And we'll realize that we're not going to get a smooth corner here, I guess. Maybe we lost a bunch of money right now because we did a fabric import. Looks very likely. We should be close to a clothing export though, so was wondering why we use that much money. I see no fabric. Looks like it was 2 months ago. So much chemicals. Holy hell. Where are all the chemicals going? Are we really using that many chemicals for water purification? Seems unlikely. How was our chemical import that high this year? I guess last year it was also high. Wow, water purification does eat a lot of chemicals, so I guess maybe we should invest into a water pump that is a little bit less polluted to reduce the consumption of chemicals. Which I don't know if it behaves that way, but I would assume that if the water is less polluted, then you don't need to douse it in as many chemicals to get it to an acceptable level. Another thing that can happen now is that the cars from the parking lots over here decide to move into the parking lots from the gravel processing. That is definitely a possibility. They drive and they are doing that, so that's fine. We want quarried stones in these storages. We want 2 large dump trucks per side. They will drive back and forth here. And we get a free vehicle depot. They are going to be really expensive by now. 100,000 per. Well, I want them. And after all of this is done, we can get started on the quarries, which will take a lot of fuel and some excavators. And some extra trucks. It's gonna take a while. This roundabout is of course not set up with anything in mind, anything else in mind. There is a customs house that way, don't think we need that. And we have closer access to the western border here, if we want it. For rail connection, for example. Double customs houses here. $2,600 workers still climbing. We have a little bit more capacity left in these residential buildings. This one is completely empty. No lights on in that one. That's the one we relocated to Pardeneen, as I already mentioned. Sure. Check the loan. Still 9.2. Instead of waiting and repaying the loan, we are continuously building by taking out new loans, which I guess is fine. Not ideal, but it'll have to do. The pub has been set up, so we can drive some liquor, some booze, some alcohol into there, which we already stored. Ingredients are missing for cooking. Let's see what they can brew up. And that should make a lot of people happy that wanted to have the opportunity to visit a pub. Almost all of the people want to go there. And do they have a footpath range here? No. They have to take the tram to get there. Speaking of trams, our last tram is here. So we'll get these ones on the road and hope that the frequency is enough to pick everyone. Because there's going to be a lot more people waiting at the tram stop now, since we have a lot of people that want to drink something. I wish trams were a little bit quieter. It's really, really loud. Just zooming around them a lot. Alright, let's get the rail construction office and assign the last construction tasks over here. Might as well. The workers inside the rail construction office should have also been disabled until we actually needed them again, but I forgot. We'll get all of that set up and they can construct towards the unloading platform, and they can also build the remaining connections over here. That should be good enough. We can loan way more money now, so that's also a way that you see that you're progressing. We're like at the 33% mark of how much money we can take out as a loan, so we should be fine. Both of these go into the storage, and the storage goes to the loading platform or to any production facilities over here, which are only going to be construction related, nothing else. Theoretically, I don't even need those if I can rely on my construction trucks driving here by road. But if I have both of these construction areas set up here and here, then I have concrete and asphalt in any area really. And we could move into some more rural areas away from the main rail line, I guess. Stop it, trams, you're so loud. Yeah, the frequency of trams should be fine now. Still have a decent amount of capacity left in them, so they shouldn't run full. And this residential building shouldn't change that. If it completely fills up of workers. Some more footpaths. Okay, not badly constructed. It's gonna sit there and do its thing. We'll take a look at our money again. Did a nice export. Probably clothing, if I had to take a guess. Clothing is almost completely empty, so that's very likely. Cargo train platform on in Pardonin is on fire. That's fine. We do have 2 helicopters. Thank you. Do I want this to be sped up construction-wise? A little bit. Is this finished? Yes. Sure. Construction train is waiting too long. Oh, you're both building in the same direction, so all 3 of you even. Our large trucks arrived. Driving through the train. Not sure where you're stopped now. So your task is going to be going from the loading platform here into the gravel processing facility, back and forth. Always ensuring that there's enough material inside the gravel processing plant, and the capacity issue is not the resources coming in, but the workers. And there's only 15 workers, so that should also not be an issue. So the capacity issue will be either how much quarried stone we can pull out of the ground, or how much we can drive away. There. Both of them. That one's gonna finish first. And yes, I guess to refuel you would have to drive a little bit out of your way, so we would have some shortage there of transportation capacity where you drive all the way over here to refuel. Or I give you a local refueling station in this area, which would probably be abused by these people. And if I do that, they would get in your way. So maybe a free gas station here. Or I just get a road connection over here and let you drive across this whole area over here and then back up. But yeah, that has been set up. Fully load quarried stone, fully unload quarried stone. And since we're only going to have 2 trucks, we'll never get any traffic warnings about it. They'll either stay parked in here, or they'll stay parked in these 2 parking lots. There's not going to be any traffic warnings whatsoever. And the distance is so short that they should be able to keep up with the demand of how much throughput that building wants to have. No, we need both stops first. That's fine. And quarried stone, we should have the ability to move out quite a bit. I don't know how many quarries we need, probably not a lot. Just need enough to dump a lot of material into these warehouses. And that might actually be a task for a distribution office. I'm not sure if a distribution office would work well with that. I don't remember. So electricity wise we can cover pretty much everything. Source quality of anything above 50 would be nice. Maybe not. Maybe not that kind of a corner, please. Maybe something a little... Oh my god. Sure. Set it up that way then. And a distribution office. I will try it with a distribution office, a large one. I need a lot of vehicles for this. We might need more than one. I don't think so, but we'll see. And maybe a gas station in this area as well. Set you up on that side. Yep. Workers might be trying to drive here now. We're going to forbid that for now. We don't have any resources to process. But as soon as we have some, it's all fair to fill up the gravel storage. Maybe also get on that electric wire, please. Thank you. Nice. I will finish our second setup. Technically, I don't think we need both, but I might also try exporting gravel. That reminds me, how's our second rail distribution office doing? I didn't really need that anymore, did I? Had a bunch of resources but no workers. Sure. Let me assign... Where is it? Workers. You are empty. We're going to reassign a construction office that does pick up workers here. And then we have the workers from Pardonin itself. We can build that, it's fine. And then maybe split aggregates or oil into here. I think oil we don't have to. The two trains seem to be handling things fairly well. And if I want to export aggregates, gravel, I should do that with a distribution office, because I feel that if I didn't, I would continuously export gravel and not have any available for myself. So the balancing would not work out in the way I would hope to have it work out. Very slow cars. Workers are getting here, it's fine. Once this building is done, we can fill this with 4 excavators and let them drive here already, in preparation for the quarries. I guess technically we only need 3, so 3 excavators will do. And I should probably get another tanker truck for refueling vehicles. Cheaper, also a little bit less. No. A third less. Get one more. Refueling should happen very often. I might make this a permanent road connection here. So they don't have to drive around this way. They can just go here, refuel, or the trucks can pick up fuel and drive it up into this area to the quarries. We can leave that one as a temporary dirt road for now. Maybe it'll turn into a bridge at some point. Probably not. There shouldn't be that much rail traffic. At least not right now. We're getting to the point where the building will finish with any additional delivery of workers. Getting very close. There we go. That should do it. Even without that, we still had enough time left. So, Load quarried stone until fully loaded. Unload quarried stone until fully unloaded. Get to it. And we'll grab 3 excavators. Should probably also hook this one up so it can get built. Vodima is doing fine. It's going to draw away a lot of the dump trucks. I will have to buy a bunch of them for Pardonin to handle gravel locally, so we don't need to drive it over there anymore. Oh, I split up the existing fleet, but I kinda don't do that. More vehicles. We're down to 9 million rubles owed. Interest rate went down by another 0.1%. And another loan is almost paid back completely. Every bit helps. And after we have the gravel fully set up in Pardonin, we can think about where the steel mill is going to go. And the iron and coal mine might be a thing, might become a thing. So it is complaining about chemicals because we're drawing so much out of here that it is less than a car load, so we'll set this up to 25% so we get less warnings about it. Hopefully. Only when there's really an emergency. It will of course mean that we are now going to import a lot of chemicals and decrease our money a bit, but it will be a calculated maneuver. How's the pollution during this winter? Pretty bad, hasn't crept up to the town yet, but the road traffic itself I think is still polluting this area. This facility is not producing anything right now, so it should not generate any pollution. I guess I could also set up a general warehousing area up here where I store resources before I export them. Maybe not oil, but like clothing, anything I have in excess, like have a general storage of materials that I build myself. Keep those around instead of inside the towns, and then if I run over a certain limit, then they get exported. But I basically have another storage somewhere. The amount of complaints is decreasing. You can reach the pub. Walking distances will be improved at some point. Let's see if we can get a quarry set up quickly. And then run this area. We'll need electricity to run the fuel pumps, but we can run the quarry without it. And if there's 2 people going here to work, that's enough. That's going to run a lot of gravel production. Like 1.5 workers is going to make 40 tons of gravel a day. 8 tons of gravel a day, which is plenty. Shop is out of goods. I assume meat. Because meat is... Oh, it was food. It was actually food. So I guess we had the situation where both of them were going to refuel. I should really provide fuel for that one. So our infrastructure, the vehicles that are responsible for people not dying, at least the most directly, always have fuel. They don't have to scramble out and get onto the nasty snowed-in roads and get stuck. The flat next to the heating plant is burning. It's just generating extra heat. Alright. Some gravel, asphalt, groundworks, and then 3 materials that we have locally. Bricks, boards and steel. And then we're set up. Just gotta wait for the asphalt, which might take a while. You're still running. You are... wait. Oh, your construction office mechanisms. Oh, you were delivering something to a construction site. To Robodima, it feels like, but sure. We do need the road construction offices here. Because we have 6 dump trucks in this area, and they're all not being used for other tasks. So let's bring all road construction equipment over here and free them up. Just one more delivery of asphalt and then things are going to speed up. Which will happen as soon as some of the existing dump trucks get back to Robodima. I don't like the train line here so much. It's like perfectly straight and feels weird. It's all too close around the train line. But I'm not gonna change that. It is what it is. Okay, going to refuel. Then head back and bring some asphalt here, please. More asphalt. Once we have gravel, we can think about concrete and asphalt plants. And that should speed up the construction of like the steel mill quite a bit. The other construction materials are brought by train, and gravel, asphalt, concrete are made locally. The steel mill will go up relatively quickly and drain our coffers even faster than it is draining right now. We have money for less than a month, 315,000, 316,000 per month. So we'll have to take out another loan. But we are on the right path, I think. Probably also have a bunch of dump trucks over here that might be delivering asphalt? I guess not. I guess they're just delivering gravel here so far. Or concrete for the bridges, yeah. That too. It's always the same building, isn't it? 17% criminality with one person. I wonder who the crime lord is. I'm gonna drop you into this block so you can cause mayhem there and then maybe get arrested. Also, if we drop you in here, you don't count for criminality anymore. So we'll at least get rid of the warnings. No one heading here yet. There's no truck assigned below the assigned construction offices. There would usually be an assigned task here if someone was heading this way, but right now there isn't anyone. Oh yeah, and I guess we also need electricity. That one hasn't been built yet either. For lack of. But there are vehicles heading here. Some gravel. Asphalt, please. Maybe the road construction office vehicles are getting here soon. I think next episode this is going to finish up and we'll start making our own gravel. Don't see anything that would prevent that. Especially when winter ends. And things are going back to normal speed. And the roads are finally constructed. And we have more trucks. And. Things should look better. But for now, I am going to take a break. We'll see the gravel processing facilities in action next time. I also still need the distribution office, I guess. We'll see all of that next time. One thing I don't have yet is a loading platform for gravel, which is probably something that I can just drop in here and have supplied by a conveyor belt, so trucks can pick up gravel and do construction work. Or I hook it up here and cross the road. But yeah, all of that is going to happen next time. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good middle to your week. Take care. And as always, maybe I'll see you next time.